Okay, so we talked about the for loop and the while loop, and the last C++ style loop that we can use is the do loop. And the do loop is actually like the while loop with one notable exception. Here I have the while loop. This is what we did in the last video. We, this loop is going to create 5,000 stars. Let's change this before we do the do loop. Let's change this, and I'm going to say, I'm going to start counter at 5,000. I'm going to start counter at 5,000. Like I said, typically you start at 0 or 1. But let's just, for the sake of this discussion, start counter at 5,000. How many times do you think this loop is going to run? I start at 5,000 and I'm saying while counter is less than 5,000, run this loop, run the body. So our relational expression here is going to evaluate to false. 5,000 less than 5,000, that's false. 5,000 equals 5,000, but 5,000 is not less than 5,000. So this expression evaluates to false. So my loop will not run at all. Let me just prove a point here and run the program. See, I did not get a single diamond. So you may say, well, why would you do that in the first place? Well, you wouldn't, but watch what happens. If I do a little rearranging, I'm going to change my while loop to a do loop. And basically the expression here goes at the bottom and a semicolon at the end. This is hard. I told you I made such a big deal about not putting a semicolon at the end of a line, with your loop header, but the do loop is like this. It has a semicolon at the end. That's the only one that's like that. And then, of course, the do goes at the top. So I've restructured my while loop into a do loop. So it says do this, and then the while with the condition or the relational expression is at the bottom. You may be able to look at this and intuitively guess how many times this loop is going to run. When it was just the while and we started at 5,000, we didn't get any diamonds at all. You may look at this and just by the visual structure of this, take a guess as to how many diamonds I'm going to get. So take a guess, and now we'll run. I did get one diamond. So that's the difference. The do loop is like the while loop, except the condition is at the bottom. And so basically, with the do loop, here's the difference. With the do loop, you are always guaranteed at least one time through the loop. At least one execution of the loop body, because the condition is evaluated at the end. Now, whether or not this evaluates to true or false will determine whether you get subsequent times, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 times, however many. But with the do loop, you always get at least one because the condition is evaluated at the end.